Dang, I didn't think I was going to eat all of that.
So good. Oh,
hi everybody.
Hi everybody. Welcome to TFT's special love show.
Yes, this is our Valentine's Day celebration for my regular show, the Emotional Exchanges, and I have brought my dear beloved wifey, the Banshee, here to help us celebrate and do the card reading. So hey everybody, happy Valentine's Day.
Happy Valentine's Day to you. We had more elaborate stuff planned, but unromantically enough, we've been sick as dogs for the last week or so.
Yeah. There's no romance in ill.
There is no romance in the flu, that's for sure.
But we're feeling a bit better, so we're going to do it. And
we're ready.
We hope you all enjoy Valentine's Day and
we hope you enjoy this double reading. Well, the two of us reading for his emotional exchange.
Now, just to go over the reading again, I do a reading for each sign of the zodiac, starting with Aries and going through Pisces. And then there's just two cards. The top card is the opportunity or challenge for you emotionally or romantically. The bottom card is the action required. Then I do a third card from another deck, and I'll tell you what these decks are in a moment. And this is for the, are you going to get lucky? And of course, are you going to get lucky just means for today romantically. Sometimes that's a euphemism for physically getting lucky, but we're just going to go with romantically. It could be that, maybe not. It
could be either. We'll see.
So we're using, for the regular reading, the Modern Loe Tarot, which I use often. And then for Are You Going to Get Lucky, it's the somewhat sensuous Royo Dark Tarot. Ooh. All right, Banshee, would you like to start shuffling?
Sure, will do. So, do we get to start with my favorite sign?
Yes, we do.
Yay! Third shuffle. All right. Well, hey, I'm wearing red and gold today.
I am not, but I am wearing red. I don't have a lot of gold clothing-wise or jewelry-wise. I have more jewelry-wise, perhaps.
Well, this is special to me because I believe it was my Aunt Mary's, and I love wearing the little gold thing that was hers.
And so, by the way, of course, you are watching this as a premiere, no doubt, because it is premiering live. Right. So we are chatting in the chat room right now. Doesn't Obi look funky? Doesn't Banshee look beautiful? That kind of thing.
Oh, thank you. Thank you much.
All right, Aries.
Aries, sun, moon, and rising, eh?
The emotional challenge or opportunity.
Wow.
Seven of Wands. Did you want to start first?
Y'all got to set some boundaries. Looks like maybe, you know, in this relationship, a little bit of a power struggle might be going on. You know, and sometimes that's healthy. Everybody needs to find their place, especially in new relationships. But should you have to, you need to be tough and set some boundaries and say, no, I'm not crossing this line.
Well, I get a little bit of a different feel with this card because I look at the imagery and it sort of feels like it's us against the world. So It's sort of like standing up for your love or your emotional choices this week, or standing up for the opportunities that you want to partake of, not letting anybody say, you can't do that. Or,
I really like that, Mr. O. I mean, it really covers, you know, all types of relationships.
Yes, absolutely. Obviously, the picture looks like it may be two women in romance, but it doesn't have to be that necessarily.
Exactly.
All right.
You know, stand up for your love. Stand up for your right to love who you desire.
So from the bottom of the deck, what is the action required? And it's judgment.
Wow.
And the action required, I'm going to go first on this one, is judge not, lest you be judged. The idea of keeping that principle in mind that all's fair in love and war, or whatever you want to say that, and that there are no real, love is love. I mean, that's all I can say about it. It's like, no one has the right to judge your love as you have no right to judge someone else's love.
And the action, to take here is, love is transformational. Let love transform your life. However, whoever you love,
like
let it transform your life.
Alrighty, so now we will determine whether or not Aries will get lucky. What do you think, Aries?
Well, Mr. O,
and I think we'll shuffle.
Considering the state of our health,
yeah, lucky could mean getting
getting out of bed,
a warm water bag, to help with your aches.
There, I added a cough for good measure.
We believe you. So once again, this is the Mike Royo Dark Tarot. It's kind of a very sensuous, erotic-y even kind of deck. And I'll let you shuffle too.
Okay. Well, I'm just going to give this one shuffle.
All right.
I'll cut it.
Yes, and we're not going to shuffle in between each sign. It's going to be basically just the third draw for each sign. So, Aries, are you going to get lucky? And it is the Six of Wands.
Ooh, victory!
And victory!
You
Absolutely! You
scored!
What
does it say for Wands?
Wands means yes, but you'll have to work for it.
Oh, that could be fun.
So the work for it, I think, is basically showing you are that best person. You are that person worthy. The Six of Wands. Oh, wait a minute. I'm thinking of the Six of Swords. Right? Yeah. No, it is the Six of Wands. The person who feels like everyone has recognized them as, or you are also recognizing others.
Well, I think this means that, you've garnered a lot of approval here. You score because people are attracted to your, they're attracted to your power, your influence, and all is well.
Alrighty, so let's move on then.
Good show, Aries.
Taurus.
Good show.
Did you shuffle first last time?
I did.
All right.
I just think we could just alternate shuffling, maybe. Yeah. We'll do that. So you can shuffle and cut, and I'll pick them up.
Okay.
And then I'll do it next time.
Sounds good to me.
Sounds like a plan. We don't want to keep you here all day.
Right. You probably have a sumptuous date somewhere.
That's right. We don't want to keep you away from, whatever your plans are for Valentine's Day.
And by the way, just like I usually say, these are for the signs Sun, Moon, or Rising. So that was for Aries, Sun, Moon, or Rising. This too is for Taurus, Sun, Moon, or Rising. So once again, what is the opportunity or challenge emotionally?
Well, it's the King of Cups reversed.
It's the King of Cups reversed.
Oh, man, somebody is not in the mood.
I'm calling you out, Taurus, because I do feel sometimes you can be a little bit bratty. You are my opposite, so I get that about you because I see it in myself. So I'm calling you out, Taurus, and I'm saying there's an opportunity for you to try to be more than, sort of pouty or not feeling like you're loved or not feeling like you know how to express love. This is a big opportunity and challenge for you.
Right. You need to consider opening your heart on this day. Tauruses, whether, regardless who you are, I mean, in your relationship, I think there's some expectations. If you're not in a relationship, I can understand. You may be feeling a little bit cold and, despondent on Valentine's Day. This is a time to promote love of self. Just because you don't have a partner does not mean you're not worthy. And a lot of people like being single anyway. So the bottom line is, but don't let that close your heart off to the feelings of love. Love yourself. Do something nice for yourself today.
That's a good thing to mention because it is Valentine's Day, but I often do like to mention that, if you are in a relationship, it could mean this. If you're not, it could mean maybe something a little different. So we need to keep that in mind. Some people are very happy in their single life.
100%.
But the emotional exchanges can also apply to other emotional situations in our lives. Just normal friendships that we're very strong with, even if they're not our primary relationship. So keep that in mind too. And the bottom card, action required. Oh dear, we're going to have to spin this one, aren't we?
This is the Five of Pentacles.
It's the Five of Pentacles.
So maybe this is talking to the lonely hearts out there, those that are uncomfortable, you know, and wish they had a partner. You're feeling alone. The action required is to find a space you're going to feel happy and comfortable in this week ahead. And maybe find a space where you gather with others so that some of that loneliness, you know, doesn't hit you quite as hard.
You know, I really like that because I think it really goes well with the King of Cups. And keeping in mind that this is for Tauruses, I could see that too, that the idea that, you know, sometimes when a Taurus is nurturing their hurt feelings or their feelings that nobody loves them, they need to work a little harder if they can to find their special place. We all have a special place, and
we do.
And even if you want to be just, you know, a single person, you still need emotional comfort from others. Find where that works for you.
And if you feel that love is lacking in your life, keep reminding yourself you are worthy of love. You will be, you know, the more you think that, the more you feel that, the more likely you are going to attract people who will love you. Just always operate from the principle that you are worthy of love.
All right, Tauruses. Now, are you going to get lucky?
Ooh.
And it's the Hermit. Well, maybe not, but you will be able to use this time well to meditate and ponder and think about all of these things. Think about how you want to find yourself in a relationship of any sort, whether it's just a good friend or whether it is somebody who you want to feel very special about. So you're not necessarily getting lucky in that way. Maybe you're getting lucky in a more introspective way that honors you figuring yourself out, because you need to sometimes.
Well, of course, the card says good luck, which indicates to me that, you know, a number of Taurians will be feeling their solitariness. And I feel here the perfect use of that time is to use it to shower love upon yourself. You know, meditate loving thoughts to yourself. You know, there's many guided meditations out there on the internet, etc., that may speak to self-love and, you know, feelings of love for self. So I would suggest doing something like that with your time, going deep and feeling, you know, your heart opening again, opening to love. Once you love yourself, you know, that tends to expand outward.
Love grows.
Love grows.
Alrighty, so it's back to you, and we are now on Gemini.
Well, actually, it's back to you. You shuffle this time, and I will pick up your cup.
Okay.
Yeah.
Gemini, Sun, Moon, or Rising?
You are my rising sign.
What is your challenge or opportunity in emotional matters going to be?
All right then. Okay, well, hey, you've got the Hanged Man.
Are you hanging around this Valentine's Day?
You know, you may find a place to hang out at. I'm not going to rule that out. Maybe that's how you're going to spend the day. Are you looking for love that night, or are you just wanting to hang out and be a part of a scene? Either way, that could be what's called for here, but I can't rule out the fact that that also talks about pulling back from others instead of being out there. Perhaps you're coming out of a broken relationship right now and you're not feeling that spirit.
Right, Valentine's Day is probably the last thing on your mind.
Yeah.
I like the idea too that maybe, you know, your opportunity is also about exploring your own ego in relationship or in perspective to relationships, that maybe this is a time for you to realize that some of your relationships haven't been the greatest because maybe your ego wasn't tamed enough. Maybe this is a sign now that going forward, you have opportunities or tools to kind of work with ego as far as it translates to, you know, demands or other things that interfere with a relationship rather than, you know, flow with a relationship.
What might be, well, I'm curious to see what the action is before I say this, but maybe I'll just say it. What might be nice is that maybe you spend the day with more altruistic love. You know, the Hanged Man looks at things from a more broader perspective.
I love that.
And so maybe you'll be volunteering your time somewhere, helping others in need, or giving people a lift that day, showing love in other ways.
Go to a place where they have cats to be petted.
Yes. Ah.
From the bottom now, we see what the action required is.
Also, the King of Pentacles reversed.
So it will come with a price. And the King of Pentacles, so it's yes, but it will come with a price. But the King of Pentacles says there's going to be some real serious...
No, that's not this. That's the action needed.
Whoops! So sorry. So sorry. Me apologize. Maybe we'll cut this part out. So the King of Pentacles, as the action required, says you need to be more of a planning person, more of an organized person, more of a managing person. Maybe when you're looking for possible dates, you don't have a little black book, you have scribbles on paper all over your house and you can't find the one you think would work out. That's sort of being silly, but the idea that sometimes you win doing what you think your heart requires you to do by being really focused and managed.
Right. You know, I think here that maybe your attempts at, you know, relationship building or even finding a partner have been a little bit scattered. And so you need a better strategy. You need to really decide, you know, where
Yes.
you want to, how you want to pursue, especially if you have someone in mind too. Maybe you've been all over the place. Maybe your heart's so aflutter when you see this person, you don't know how to act or respond. So it's time to pull it together. You know, it's time to pull it together and regain a little bit more control here.
Well, Gemini, will you be lucky after it's all done? And it's another major arcana, so that means good luck. But you're going to have lots of it because it's the upright sun.
Nice.
And in tarot, the sun can even have indications towards happiness of the emotional sort, whether it's marriages or family happiness. But it could talk about other things like the love of learning. So maybe, you know, your emotional get lucky is you're going to find a good book to read if something else works out.
Well, the major arcana means good luck. And so I really think in this case, you're going to have some. I think you could get lucky. I think that you could meet somebody or just find a lot of joy and pleasure in the day.
Remember, for this show, getting lucky is more of a romantic euphemism if it moves towards
And it could be
something
that
else.
too. It could be some va-va-voom.
It could be some ba-ba-boom. Maybe not for us because we're sick. Alrighty, so that was Gemini.
Cards? Yes, we're on Cancer.
We are on Cancer. Sun, moon, or
And
rising.
Rising.
How does everybody like Banshee's little stage here? It's a little bit
I'm the decorateur for the day.
dizzy-ish.
Yes, it's a little dizzy.
I've had
Our
enough
whole
of that.
tablecloth is like that too, so
I've had enough of dizziness.
maybe that's why you're dizzy. Oh.
But I love it because it's Valentine's Day.
Aw. You know,
All
those
right.
pretzels are going to be awfully addicting. I'm gonna say.
Cancer, sun, moon, or rising. What is the opportunity or challenge? And it's the reversed Five of Pentacles. And by the way, Banshee, a lot of times I get a lot of repeats when I do the emotional exchanges. And sometimes they're flipped around, sometimes they're not. You know, the other position, whatever. So this is par for the course here. Did you want to
Interesting.
start?
Well, that happens on material matters somewhat
Sure.
too. Could be the energies, astrological, or otherwise influencing things. Well, the Five of Pentacles reversed indicates to me that you seem to have found your niche today.
Or you have this opportunity.
Or even in this week ahead. You have this opportunity to find your place at the table. Whose table, might I ask? You know, maybe, maybe you're being introduced to your partner's family. Okay. And, you're being welcomed into the fold. So, I mean, there could be a lot of real rational things going on here as far as relationships.
There's an opportunity here or a challenge to get involved with something emotional that is pleasing to you. But to do that, you may have to break down a small barrier or two that has been holding you back. Maybe some of that has been your own feeling like, nobody loves me, I want to go eat worms, like the old poem. But this is saying, really, something presents itself and makes you feel like there is love in the world, and it's love that you can find, or if nothing else, it's emotional happiness.
Right. You may find someone, and like I said, you might become a part of somebody's tribe or family. Maybe you meet the friends. It just seems like there's something going on here that might be a little bit bigger than just the two of you.
It's connecting.
It's connecting. Right. I like that.
All right. So from the bottom, what is the action required?
Oh.
And it's the major arcana 7, the Chariot, but it is reversed.
It's interesting.
Well, maybe the action required is to not be so strident in trying to make this happen. The Chariot upright is like he's driving those horses and he's got this motivation and stuff. Maybe this is saying, let it happen on its own to some degree, or don't be quite as driven towards this as a goal.
Right. I think this is happening, but I feel that with the Chariot saying, hey, take it slow, don't push any agendas or be too pushy during this time. As Mr. O said very nicely there, let things unfold naturally. If you're meeting the parents or you're meeting friends and family, don't try to feel like you have to push the envelope here. You have to be seen. You have to be really loved right on the spot, Be yourself. Be yourself and let things fold unnaturally.
So, after that first card, I didn't think I needed to pull a card to see if Cancers would get lucky. It was sort of like right there. But we're going to do it anyways. Hey, Cancer, you going to get lucky?
And it's a sword, isn't it?
It's a sword.
Uh-oh, they're not.
Swords means no. And it's the reversed 5 of Swords.
Ooh.
So
what?
Here's a tip. If you're meeting people for the first time, don't get in a fight with them. Don't argue with them. You want to leave a good impression.
Yes, this is a very interesting card here. And I do think it fits in with the whole of it in that, you just want to really try to be more open-minded and accepting of others who maybe, have different opinions from you. And you don't want to blow a really good relationship or the start of one by picking a fight, let's keep politics out of Valentine's Day, for example. Say no to that.
I think this card is more of a cautionary than the actual will you or won't you. I think this is saying, remember that, there's a lot of, divisiveness in the world, and you don't need to include it in your search for an emotional life or for friendships with people that you relate to. So tone down on that, maybe.
And I like that. All right.
All right. So now we are on Leo. Sun, moon, or rising.
There was a full moon in Leo this week. So Leos might be hot to trot.
Ooh. When are they not?
When are they not? That's a good point.
And I do hope we get some good feedback from everybody, whether it's in this chat room now or other comments.
It may not be exactly the show we had planned, but hey, we're just happy to be doing one because we both were not in a good place.
All right, so what for Leos is the opportunity or challenge emotionally.
Well, definitely some challenges here.
And it's the Magician reversed.
Well, the challenge is clearly not to pretend you're something that you're not. You know, I know when we meet people, we want to impress. But, you know, once you get to know each other, if you're telling tales, tall tales, or lies about yourself in the beginning, they're bound to come out and bite you later. So I would just say the challenge here is to not put on airs, to not be anything that you're not. And
you should be yourself. That's what this card is
warts
saying.
and all.
Be yourself. Realize that your powers of will or belief or whatever will serve you to a point, and then beyond that you may be kind of pushing into that territory where you become phony or not interesting or appealing to somebody.
Whew.
Bottom card, action required.
Ah, what?
Isn't that a pretty card?
It's the Four of Wands.
And she's upright.
Well, for those of you who are, you know, who have been dating for a while or been with a partner for a while, maybe Valentine's Day is the time to propose for some of you. Maybe, you know, some of you might even be choosing that day to get married. It's hard to say, but I feel here there's some celebration really going on between lovers here.
Well, in relation to the first card,
oh, yes. Well,
the Four of Wands could be saying that it's better to not focus on those things that are negative about you, trying to claw out a space for yourself, and focus on what you do have. What is in your home? What is in your home life? Whether it is with people that you are mated with or just people who are more or less family and friends. Celebrate those. That's the action required, because it's Valentine's Day.
So instead, just to kind of catch myself here, instead of putting on airs and being something that you're not, focus on building and establishing a solid foundation for the relationship you would like here. I mean, that's really what it's about. And if you're playing games right from the get-go, you're not going to achieve that.
So, Cancer, will you get lucky? And it's a cup, so it means it will come to you naturally. It's the Eight of Cups.
Ooh.
And, of course, the obvious is that maybe there's a journey ahead of you that leads to that.
You are taking this steps higher. Be careful there. Especially if you're just meeting someone. Are you going from point A to point Z like that? But it does seem to say that, you know, you want to take things a little bit further in a relationship maybe that you are in.
Alrighty. So that was Cancer. We're on Leo now? Or were we already on Leo?
That was Leo.
Yes. Sorry about that. That was Leo if I said it was otherwise. So now we are on Virgo.
Sun, Moon, Rising.
Sun, Moon, and
I believe
Rising.
it's your shuffle this time.
Okay. I'll just do it then.
I could be wrong.
And I'll just put in a little plug. Don't forget to watch the happy hour tomorrow. It's going to be at a different time. It'll be at 4 o'clock because I'm working in the morning. Well, I believe I am. I'm feeling pretty confident I can get there, though.
Oh, boy. Well, I don't know. There's supposed to be major snow.
Oh, I was thinking about being ill.
Yeah. I mean, now we might be hampered by snow. There's going to be a big storm Friday into Saturday.
I'll get somebody to come and pick me up. All right. So, Virgo, what is the opportunity or challenge? And it's the Star reversed. So it is a challenge to find that maybe where you feel your life is going romantically does have a future, does have a destiny. You may have been feeling like worthless in relationships or that nothing is ever working out for you. But your challenge is to realize that is not true. Just as the stars change over the course of a night, so your opportunities may change over the course of days or weeks too. You can achieve a better destiny. You have to mostly believe in it.
Virgos, Virgos, Virgos. Are you still looking for that perfect soulmate?
Bam!
Are you looking for that, or are you trying to get a twin flame to, to be that soulmate? The thing is, we have to accept the fact that we're all human, and, we may not all be the knight in shining armor or the princess in white that we are looking for. And so I think here, this is just saying your perfect match is out there. Your perfect match is out there. Believe in yourself.
All right. So from the bottom of the deck, what is the action required? See, I warned you, so it's true.
It's all right.
And it's our repeat, the Four of Wands upright. The action required is to enjoy and love and feel good about what you do have, what is around you now. It may not be perfect, but it's yours. It's your home life. It's your family. This is about building something too. The Four of Wands sort of is like building a relationship, building a home, building different things. Find happiness where you are, or enjoy what it is that is about you at this time.
Find joy in building, what it will take to attract the love you're looking for. Find joy in the process. Find joy in the steps it's going to take to achieve that ultimate happiness. That's what I think this card is saying.
Virgo, are you going to get lucky? And good luck, because it's a major arcana.
It's the Fool.
It's the Fool upright.
Wow.
Very sensual Fool.
Wow.
So I'd say that probably it's going to be maybe even unexpected, like just coming out of left field. No, it's not a one-night stand, unless you like those kind of things, Virgo. I don't think so. But it could be something like just unexpected, a person who means something to you just somehow reappears in your life.
Maybe you go out on a limb and you think this person is not right for you, but you're willing to give them a chance. You're willing to take that leap of faith that maybe this could be the one. I have a feeling that some of you who are single may be meeting somebody, unexpectedly, as Mr. O said, that day, and you're willing to give it a shot.
For others who may already be in relationships, it just may be that getting lucky here just means that it's Valentine's Day, and your partner is going to surprise you with something, or you're going to surprise your partner,
or sometimes people like to surprise each other with special gifts or romantic kind of settings, a romantic dinner. I think that could be in the offing for some of us who are already partnered, Virgos. Good luck with that.
All right, Virgo. So let's move on to Libra, Sun, Moon, and Rising.
This could be a long show for you, Mr. O.
Yeah, it is, isn't it?
But at least our chat will be happy. We'll be chatting up a storm. Hey, people in the chat. This is for you.
What's the worst that could happen? Maybe people would want us to do this every week. We'd have to find a way to make it more manageable.
Yes, we would.
But we respond to comments if there's enough of them.
Okay. This is for Libra. Sun, Moon, and Rising.
So what is the opportunity or challenge for the Librans?
Oh my gosh. Okay.
It's the Fool from this deck. And it may be that you need to really be on your game for improvising in a way. Of being able to respond to spontaneous stimuli of sorts. This could be saying that something really is just going to pop up, even if you're married or not. No, you're not having an affair, but maybe, somebody surprises you with something very, very special.
You know what? Be spontaneous.
Absolutely.
Be spontaneous in what you do. Let your mind, free your mind from, oh, I got to get chocolates. I got to do this. I got to go here. I got to go there.
Nice.
Be spontaneous. Do something out of the ordinary, because guess what? You may attract the love you're looking for, or you may really impress your partner with what you come up with.
So, from the bottom, what is the action required? And I like that. That was really good. And it's the Six of Cups.
I think some of you, the action, wow. Well, I don't know. Do you want to go first on that?
Sure. The Six of Cups, I think the action required is to maybe, when these things happen, these opportunities present, to also realize the tapestry of your life, of all the people you've loved or cared for emotionally, strongly, or otherwise, and to realize all that happiness that they gave to you and all the meaning that they gave to you, and realize this can happen again. This can always happen for you in a new relationship or whatever it is.
The action you should take is to be sentimental. Be sentimental about your romance and your love. Maybe bring some qualities from your past, or some things from your past that may have brought you joy and happiness, or made you feel the love, that you feel for your present partner out. And if you are unpartnered, this might be a time, maybe somebody will be coming into your life that, from your past. Maybe the action is to call, somebody that you were interested in years ago, and see if they're still, single, and strike up some conversation.
You never know.
You never know.
So will you be lucky?
Okay, Libras.
And it's Wands. Yes, you will have to work at it. It's the King of Wands.
Well, you don't have to work too hard if you're the King of Wands.
No.
Just be courageous. Just go out there and show, that you are confident, that you are secure within yourself. People like that. People like people who are in command of themselves, maybe more so than others, but who aren't afraid to strut their stuff.
All that stuff about bravery and even nobility. Sometimes, we meet people and we feel like they are, maybe akin to us, but we're already involved. And so there's a nobility about just understanding that, maybe more from their point of view, that they should remain a gentleman or a lady in this regard. But I think getting lucky with the King of Wands suggests that you are charismatic and charming enough to really, look for that unexpected
Exactly.
thing.
I was going to say how that goes right in line with the Fool there. Is
Very
be
nice.
confident enough to be spontaneous and do something out of the ordinary. Right?
Very nice. Well, from Libra, you know where we're going.
Scorpio.
Scorpio.
Scorpio knows all about love, passion, and romance. Don't you, Mr. O?
Do you feel lucky? I was told that was attractive to people, but I don't think it's true.
Hey, I didn't stay with this man for how many years for nothing? He knows how to deliver.
Aw, shucks, Banshee. Alrighty, so Scorpio, what is your opportunity or challenge in the emotional realms?
Well, it's the sun. It sounds like an opportunity.
The sun is an opportunity. The sun could be saying you have an opportunity to really shine, to show your love for everyone, not just maybe a personal romantic partner, but really to show your love of life, your love of learning, your love of children, all those things. And so this is sort of taking it a little bit from the romantic zone. But, Scorpio, you are a Scorpio. You're never lacking for emotional contentment. Find some in the message of the sun.
good things can only happen with the sun present. You know, you might be able to, you might realize, you know, maybe something will dawn on you that you really, you know, somebody who you've known for a long time, somebody that maybe you've been platonic with for a long time, you realize how much that you really love them, you know, deep down. I feel here that this could be a discovery of love for
Ooh.
somebody in your life, maybe. And yeah, it may not necessarily be romantic. I also feel here that this is a good sign that maybe some of you will connect. We'll see if you get lucky, Scorpios. But I feel here that there's just joy and happiness and harmony on Valentine's Day and the week ahead. So those of you in relationships, everything should just be really wonderful right now.
So from the bottom of the deck is the action required.
Well,
Oh,
see, Eight of Pentacles reversed.
yes, and
Hey, just because things are coming up roses for you, you know, doesn't mean that you don't have to work on things, that you don't have to work on relationships a bit. I think the action required is, you know, to make the day, Valentine's Day, really special for the two of you if you are partnered. And if you are alone, you know, this is a time to really, and you really want a partner, remind you, if you really want a partner, it's time to really put some effort behind that. Things just don't come to you. You have to be out there present with an open heart, receptive, or actually encouraging love to come your way.
well, the action required to make this happen, this challenge of brightness, maybe realizing that not everything goes according to plan. And that sometimes when plans don't work out exactly right, there still may be something in there that's workable and will still help you get to that other side. So think out of the box a little bit when you feel like maybe the plans aren't working out for you in terms of trying to get this date for Valentine's Day or whatever it is. Will you get lucky, Scorpio? And it's a major arcana,
Good luck.
It means good luck, but it's temperance reversed. So you may get lucky, but it may really do a number on you emotionally speaking. You may feel like really, you know, whatever the experience is, emotional or whether it's more physical, that it really has you varying your feelings about this or finding you have difficulty, you know, aligning or corralling or balancing those feelings.
You know, a lot of people feel Valentine's is a lot of hoopla. To be totally honest, we don't super celebrate it. So, you know, but look, we've been together how long? So the thing is, so I almost feel here that maybe some of the Scorpio's hearts are not totally into the day itself and aren't feeling emotionally up for it. And that's okay, unless, of course, your partner's being hurt by it. Sometimes I feel here that people go through the motions of this because it's expected of them. And I'm kind of getting that feel off that card somehow, you know?
Well, there's hardly anybody more cynical than a Scorpio. You know that. So I can see that very well. That's a good point.
Yeah. So
good luck, Scorpios.
Good luck with it all, Scorpios. Wish you luck. What about the Sages?
Sagittarius, sun, moon, or rising.
All right.
And by the way, we haven't forgotten about our lightning round. We will have one sometime in February.
Absolutely.
Probably
and we won't wait till the last
day
of the month to do it either.
So check it out. It is, of course, our random 1 hour shot at just doing a question for you based on subject matter. So, for example, you don't ask a question. You'll just say, give me love. Give me wealth. Give me health.
It's like a general reading on one of those topic areas. Yeah.
All right. So Sagittarius, from the top of the deck, what is your challenge or opportunity?
Justice.
And it's justice upright. Well,
that's interesting.
It may be that you are bringing justice to a situation that's very personal to you, maybe romantically or emotionally. You need to make amends with someone, or someone needs to make amends to you, and you need to be a good person and allow that to happen. Either way it goes, especially if it's about miscommunications in romantic or emotional matters, or if it's about situations that really pull people apart emotionally because it affects others that they love. So for example, maybe somebody saying nasty things about your children or about your friends. You need to maybe take control of that or figure out what's going on there.
You darn little philosophical Sagittarians, you.
Yeah.
Getting the justice card. I almost feel a couple things here. Well, number one, justice, being justice, could indicate marriage or divorce, because it's a legal, binding thing. So whatever the case may be, there will be fairness rendered. For some, I can't imagine anybody actually signing their divorce papers on Valentine's Day or going to court, but I'm sure it's probably happening out there. It's a big world. So I would just say this, that, what you desire, I feel, will be achieved. So if you're desiring a new relationship, I feel like you may come up with one. You may be met on an equal plane here with that. But if you're desiring a breakup, or you're desiring, something mutually beneficial, separation, I think that can happen too. Not all separations are necessarily bitter. Some of them, people have said, yeah, we gave it a shot. It's just not working out. We can move on.
What is the action required from the bottom?
So 4 again?
By the way, this is one of my bendy cards.
Oh,
maybe why it comes up.
Huh.
It's the 4 of Wands again. And so the action required is to, no matter what this possible legal or decisionary process is to remember at the end of the day that we're all humans and that we all want to live in peace and comfort somehow, some way. We want to maybe rebuild what was broken apart, or strengthen it if it needs it.
It almost does sound like maybe people are actually coming together again,
Yes.
as opposed to separating. And maybe that's what's going on here. That it could be that possibly some of the Sagittarians who either have been separated or maybe even went through a divorce are remarrying or re-getting together again, are giving things a second chance. I'm wondering too, in other relationships, if this isn't about second chances.
Nice. So will you get lucky, Sagittarius? And it's cups, so it means it will come to you naturally. It's the reversed 3 of cups. And of course, this does kind of speak to the cards there.
Well, but that would be about separation.
Well, maybe
right?
it's just saying, too, that it's about getting over that.
Yes, there may have been some unfaithfulness in a marriage or in a partnership of some sort. And I feel here that maybe this is about trying to make things right again, because maybe it's been determined that the one you're with is, the one you're really with is the one you really should be staying with.
Well, we'll leave it at that for the Sagittarians.
We'll leave it at that. That sounds pretty deep for a Valentine's Day reading. But good luck with that,
now
Sagittarius.
we are on to Capricorn.
So this is what you do to people every week, huh?
Yeah. Do you want to join me every week to do this today?
Are you trying to invite me, Mr.
There's
O?
no rest for the wicked.
Well, I don't know.
I've been doing this pretty consistently. I haven't changed this in a while now.
I like your reading. I think it's very good. I guess I'm getting a little off track, though, because I forget the opportunity challenge. But I think what I've said applies. Yeah.
Capricorn, what is the challenge or opportunity?
Wow, well, look at this. It's the Two of Swords. Right. How about, look at that picture. Look at that picture. They're totally distracted with other things from each other, right? Back to back. They're in their own universes there, and they're not together. And so I sort of feel here, maybe it's time to pay, the challenge here is to pay more attention to your partner, maybe to pay more attention to each other.
I think that's exactly right. And of course, the best way to do that is to not pay the cell phone bill, and then you'll have to deal with each other. But seriously speaking, this is absolutely what it meant. And it may not necessarily indicate that they are done with each other or that the relationship is over. It just means it has sort of moved into a different dynamic where there's a lot of waiting for things to happen, or maybe they don't even end up happening. So it really
could truly be star-crossed lovers too, you know, people that maybe are both interested in each other, but they're waiting for the other to make the first move.
Ooh.
Right?
Right. I mean, people can be having a physical relationship without necessarily feeling like this is that one, you know, and then maybe at one point it clicks. I mean, this could be talking about people who are lovers but not necessarily romantically bonded yet.
They've been looking at each other over the office cubicle, you know, having little conversations in the lunchroom, but each is afraid to take that next step.
Okay, so from the bottom then, what is the action required? And it's the reversed Queen of Pentacles.
Well, to show a little love to each other is the action that's required, is to stop maybe, you know, focusing on other things in your life and focus on the one you're with. How about that?
Love the one you're with.
I gave him a reason to sing.
I like this card too, but I also feel like maybe there's a component of this situation that says you have to appreciate and love yourself too. That maybe when partners realize the other partner doesn't have a respect for themselves, maybe that's a problem too in this relationship. So don't forget about taking care of yourself as well as taking care of your special one.
Interesting.
Capricorn, will you get lucky? And it's chalices.
So it comes naturally, and it's the 10.
And it's the upright 10 of chalices or cups.
Well, I think you can overcome this. I think, you know, whether you are a married couple that just needs to spice up that relationship a bit, you can find happiness again. Or if you are people who just can't seem to make that first move, you know, and get things going, it looks as though you're going to get things going. There's happiness and joy in trying to create this union with one another. So, you know, if you are single and there's somebody that's really catching your eye and it looks like vice versa, hey, you know, go for it.
I think like this card, the 10 of Cups in the idea, will you get lucky, means you have to look at the other things in your life that bring you joy and contentment, not just the relationship or the physical actions of the relationship. You have to realize that there's a lot of happiness there that isn't contained just within that it's the lives you have, it's the friends you have, it's all those other connections. And so when you realize that, maybe that's why you're lucky.
Nice.
Alrighty.
All right, we're on Aquarius. That was Capricorn. So
by the way, I didn't think we had gotten that far, but here we are.
Here we are, only hours later.
Verging on an hour.
I knew it. I knew I'd slow you down, Mr. O.
It's okay. I'm pretty slow right now myself.
One more.
Aquarius, what is the action required, or I'm sorry, what is the challenge or opportunity?
Whoa.
Live at large, Aquarius. You are the King of Wands.
Oh my goodness. Aquarius boldly going out there on the social scene and wowing the crowds.
And, you know, a lot of times Aquarius can be, you know, like, well, if you don't like me, that's okay, because I'll just go over here. So,
is that like a little flamboyant and over the top?
yeah, this is different for Aquarius, perhaps.
Maybe not. They're
Maybe
unique
not.
and unusual
That's true.
creatures.
But, you know, the King of Wands is a sure sign that you need to express yourself with all your charisma and charm and your ability to really be brave and ride into that situation. It's not exactly like the Knight, but it's really more like about saying, I'm here to make things right in a way.
You know, and even though he's a king and not a knight, I don't know why I'm getting the impression with this card here that this is somebody on the hunt. The opportunity here is, or the king.
I'm on the hunt, I'm after you.
Ah, so yes, I feel here that, you know, this is for singles. I just get this gist that somebody is out there really trying to charm and woo people. Maybe actually I could go a step further and say that maybe if you are in a committed relationship, now you're trying to move it forward. Now you're trying to move it to the point of marriage or, you know, a seriousness, like you're steady now with this person.
You go, Aquarius. So, what is the action required for you guys? 7 of Cups upright.
Oh my gosh. Well, again, this sounds like the single scene to me.
It does.
Absolutely, doesn't it?
It does.
You know, you have to make some choices, or you've got choices. It's like you're at a bar or a lounge, maybe a Valentine's party of some sort, and there's all these single people.
Look at that Aquarius dancing over there. Boy, I sure would like to dance with him.
And you know, I am positive because, hey, have we been like years out of the single scene? I am sure there's probably some type of singles party specifically on Valentine's Day. That would be my guess.
Sure,
there's got to be get-togethers, parties, and gatherings where you can meet people. And this sure sounds like you're participating in that and you're looking at your options.
The action required is to immerse yourself where there are choices. And, you know, cups themselves are about sensuality and emotional matters. So this is saying go to the best party or club or situation that's having, you know, a Valentine's Day event.
Hey, go to a church social if the church is doing it.
Churches do it. Everyone does it.
Yeah.
But immerse yourself in the possibilities of romance that way. And even if you're already in a relationship, there are still choices you can immerse yourself in. Hey, honey, want to go to the Thai restaurant tonight? Or would you rather spend a night alone by the fireplace?
Ooh.
Alrighty, so.
Well, are you going to get lucky and score?
Get lucky.
See. Uh-oh. Doesn't look good.
It's a cup. It means it will come to you naturally. It's the reversed 6 of Cups. Boy, it's a little stark, eh?
Is it the 6?
It is the 6 of Cups.
Reversed. Okay, cool. All right. 6 of Cups reversed. Well, Aquarians, I think here this is a time to, in order to get lucky, and you will, you know, I think you can let your past go. You can let failed relationships from your past go. Don't let them color your choices, the choices that you make this evening. So in other words, don't look for somebody who's emulating your ex, okay? If that's the case, well, be bold, be different, be innovative. Let the past go and do something different.
You know, my Aquarian brother, rest in peace, was never without companionship. He had several marriages and several relationships. And he never let the past stop him. He probably didn't remember the past, but that's another story altogether. So I think that's really wise to say that Aquarians, you know, sometimes maybe you have that ability to separate yourself from emotional baggage in a way that maybe other signs don't.
Yes.
So use that. That's like your superpower for Valentine's Day in the week ahead.
I like that.
All right, so
last but not least, we've got the
Pisces.
Sun, Moon, and Rising. Okay.
Is it yours or mine?
I think it might be yours, yes.
All right, that's right, because then you cut.
Yep.
Pisces, Sun, Moon, and Rising, you fishy little people. What are you up to? Don't get hooked.
Oh, I was going to say, what are you swimming towards?
Don't end up in a net. Unless it's a net you want to be in.
Unless that's a net you want to be snagged in. That's right, Mr. O.
And remember, you are delicious, especially with fries.
Okay. Fish and chips, my favorite thing. It's true. All right. I don't know how romantic that is, though, frankly.
It's not.
It's kind of smelly on a
date
night.
What is the opportunity or challenge for the Pisces?
Well, it's definitely a challenge.
It is the reversed Ace of Wands.
Reversed.
The challenge may be that you feel new friendships, maybe possibly stronger ones, seem to be stalled or maybe have retreated, and you're not really sure how you can get things going again, or that this could just be more or less about your whole social and or romantic life too, that you may feel it's stalled in some way, and you're not sure why. You sort of feel like there are delays or there are things that are getting in the way of you building positive friendships.
Oh, Pisces. Did you get stood up? Did a date that you had did somebody ghost you that you were hoping to have a date with tonight? It's very disappointing, news. And I feel here that also maybe some of you are having difficulty right now in getting something off the ground, a relationship. And maybe to those of you who are partnered in relationships, you might be having some problems and some disagreements right now, that are kind of taking the fun out of the Valentine's Day.
So, what is the action required?
It's the Page of Swords upright. Well, that's interesting.
To boldly go.
Well,
I like the Jolly Roger on his little kite or whatever that is. I'm not sure what I want to say about that.
I'm not sure what that means in this case, in the concept of this.
And he's got an evil grin on his face, or her face, the child.
So I kind of feel here, if you're lonely, if you got stood up, get out there. Get out there, commiserate, make some other connections. Don't let this person spoil your day who may have ghosted you or given you grief. I think that's the action needed, is to get out, connect with others, and find your happiness there.
Go dancing. I think the Page of Swords is a dancer kind of personality.
Nice. Right, you love that.
Somebody who's graceful, but also too, you can't dance all the time. You have to sit and talk to somebody eventually, even if it's only the bartender or whoever. Use your tact and your diplomatic ways to find opportunities that maybe can reinvigorate what was happening, or find something else.
So, will they get lucky?
It will come with a price. It's Pentacles.
Upright?
No, it's reversed.
Oh, so it's the Eight of Pentacles again.
It's the Eight of Pentacles
in this
reversed.
Incident. Well,
so it will come with a price, and that price could be you having to change plans or get back to plans that maybe you had abandoned. Maybe you thought there was a way to do this, to move yourselves towards relationships or advancing relationships, but maybe you decided to improvise and something's not quite working out with that.
Well, considering what's kind of fallen apart
Yeah.
here, this card, I feel here that this might be saying, yeah, you could get lucky, but you're going to have to work at it. You're not going to get lucky with this. You're not going to get lucky there. So as Mr. O suggested, go out dancing, go socialize, connect with others, and work at making something else happen for you. That's
All right.
kind of what I'm feeling there. That's what we have. We're done, Mr. O.
Alrighty, we are. So I guess there's only one thing left to do.
To toast to our
Have our little
love.
toast to our love and to TFT.
You are forever in my heart.
Aw, thank you. And for a minute I thought this said hush. So I immediately went
It
to
says
it.
hugs.
But it says hugs, so I guess we should
I
hug.
thought you were going to say, you rock, Banshee.
You do. So
All right.
thanks, everybody.
Well, thanks everybody for joining us at this maybe a little more subtle Valentine's Day show, because we've been ill. We've been supporting each other through thick and thin.
And that means it's not all what you might think.
Take care, everybody. Love you all. Love to you. Enjoy the day. It's more than just about romantic love. And we hope to see you real
That's right, it's about
soon.
physical love too.
You're right. And platonic love.
And platonic love.
And altruistic love. All
And
of
unconditional love.
that. Unconditional love.
And that's what the world really needs now. What
Love,
the world
sweet love.
needs now
Is
is love, sweet love. It's the only thing that there's just
too
too
little
little
love.
love.
And two people with respiratory viruses should not be trying to sing. Okay.
Plus, it makes me sentimental.
Take care. We'll see you soon.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.